Hi everyone, it's Shannon, and today we're going to make this pull-apart pizza bread that you've been seeing online. And all we're going to need is these items, okay? We're going to have some mozzarella cheese, some prepared pizza dough. Of course, you can make your own. I've got 2 things of pizza dough. I've got a bottle of marinara sauce. I've got some garlic. Of course, you can just use bulbs of garlic and peel them and stuff, but sometimes I use that. You need some pepperoni if you like pepperoni. Some oregano. And some butter, because we're going to make garlic butter. That's just the package. And I use a little olive oil. Instead of using the full quantity of butter that the guy said to use, I just sort of substitute a little bit of olive oil in there with it. And that's about it. Basically, you could do it with a knife, some springform pans, and these ingredients. And we're going to be making 2 of these. I just want to show you how simple it is and how much we really like it. And I also wanted to show off my little kitchen gadget over there. I'm just going to show you really quick this Hamilton Beach stack and press little kitchen gadget. It's this little tiny thing, and it's just so simple. It just spins by touching it, and I just really like it. I got it for Christmas. And also, one thing I love right now is my new LG induction oven and stove. I really love using this, so I'm excited to bake in it and make stuff on top and stuff. And I've already got it, as you can see, it's preheating right now to 425. It did say in the Instagram video to do it, I think, at 450, but I just thought it got a little bit dark on the top for my liking, so I kind of did it a little bit lower than that. All right, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is just take some of this peeled garlic cloves and just pop them right into our little mini food chopper here. And it's going to be a little bit loud for the video, I'm sure, but we're going to just mince this up and make some garlic butter. So easy. Okay, so you can see that it's chopped fairly well. It probably could get a little bit finer. Okay, so I scraped the sides and we got that chopped up. So now we're gonna just melt our butter and add the garlic into the butter. What I really like about this chopper too is that it's so tiny. I know you think maybe we need a big one, and that's good to have a big food processor, but I love that this can just sit right on the counter. And when I want to make just some small amount of something chopped like this, I can just quickly make it, and it's so simple. It just rinses right out really fast. I don't even usually put it in the dishwasher. I just quickly wash it up right away and put it right back on the counter. I used to have one a long time ago, and it broke after a long time, and then it made me want to get one of these again. So that is going to be our butter, our melted butter, and I think the recipe calls for 1/2 cup. What I do is substitute a tiny bit of olive oil for a little bit of the butter, and I doubled this recipe right now. And we're going to get our pizza dough ready. We use like a cutting board, and I like to just sprinkle a little bit of flour down so it doesn't stick. So I'm just using a little bit of flour. I'm going to get a nice big bowl or pot out because I'm doubling it and making 2 of these. So then you're just going to cut it into some pieces, like kind of small pieces like that. And I kind of let it be tossed in the flour a tiny bit just so that you don't want it all sticking together. It's kind of sticky. you could have frozen dough or refrigerated dough, and then I just take mine out a little bit before we're going to use it and let it kind of get soft and rising up so it's not super cold and condensed. If you do have frozen dough, you want to make sure it's totally thawed and let it sit out for maybe at least 45 minutes or so before you just go and use it really cold. Okay, so it's like this. It's okay if it sticks a little bit. And so we're just gonna throw this into the pot. And over top of this, we're just gonna pour some of our garlic butter. We're gonna end up mixing it all together, but right now I'm just trying to, it's good to coat it because then the dough sort of doesn't stick to each other because it's got all that butter. Now we're just gonna go back and do the other thing of dough. I just find this is kind of a fun way of making pizza. It's not really obviously pizza, but it's using all the same components of pizza. I've made this for a few parties lately, like for Christmas and New Year's type parties, and it's kind of a fun appetizer to put out. It pulls apart kind of like monkey bread or something, but when you're making it for parties, you only get the tiniest bit of it, right? So some of my kids were saying, you know, they hardly got any of it. And I decided to try to make some just for the family now. But it was a hit. I brought it to a New Year's Day party with family and it was gone very quickly. I encourage you to look up the original Instagram video of this because this is definitely not my idea. I didn't originally make this idea or anything, and I might not be doing it exactly how he does it. Now we're going to pour the rest of this. You can see all those chunks of garlic. You can smell the garlic right here. And also into this pot is going to go my oregano that I got from the Amish store. So I'm doing 2 tablespoons because I'm doing 2 cans of the pizza roll, or the pizza, I don't know what you call it, pizza roll, pizza bread. The other thing I have to add in is the mozzarella cheese. I didn't even look this up right now, but I know originally I looked it up and I think it was 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese per pan. So I would go with 3 cups. The last thing we need to add in is our pepperoni. I think I'm doing a little less than I should on the pepperoni because I didn't have more than 1 package. And you kind of want it to be broken up. Sometimes the pepperoni sticks to each other. I did wash my hands, everybody, before I started doing this. We're going to take and just dump it right in to our pan. I got this pan too. you just sort of squeeze it in there. Okay, and basically you're just going to toss a little oven ramekin. Make sure it's oven safe. And I'm just sort of evening this out. All right, that looks good. When these come out of the oven, so they go in the oven for about 25 minutes at 425 or 450, whichever you like. When they come out, you turn these over and just put some warmed up marinara sauce in it. And one thing I forgot to say is that when I baked mine the first time, I didn't put them on another pan with tin foil, and what happened is some of the butter leaked through the bottom of my springform pan. Maybe you have springform pans that don't do that, but mine did, and it got all in my oven and I had to clean it all out. So it's definitely advisable, in my opinion, to put it on top of a pan, a baking sheet, and then, you know, with tin foil, so that if there's stuff that leaks through, that can catch it. So I just took these out. You can see they did get a little bit dark on the top, which is why I chose to turn it down to 425. If you don't like that, you could probably do them a little bit less, but it's good to have it kind of nice and crispy. And you can see there is some oil or butter that leaked out of the pan onto that. And what you do is you just turn over those ramekins, pour the marinara sauce in, and take your springform off and enjoy. Hope you liked watching. Hope you try this recipe sometime too. Thanks for watching.